Hello, I am pleased to tell you about Word Program. Well, Word Program is a text processing program which enables you to deal with the text. With Word, you can create letters, you can create reports, you can create memos, you can create a lot of documents which are text based. So in this video, we will be using Microsoft Office Word, which has this interface looking like this. Of course, with different skills that we will be applying in this video, you can still deal with other word processing programs like OpenOffice, Write, and any other text processing programs apart from Microsoft Office. So this is how the window of Office program looks like. So starting at the top, this part is called Quick Access Toolbar. This is where you can easily access a function. For instance, when I click here, just I point over here. As you read, it is called save, then Ctrl plus S. So you can use this tool to save. This one is called undo when you want to cancel something. This one is called new. When you want to create a new document, you simply click here. Then this one is called email. So this is why it is called Quick Access Toolbar. So Quick Access Toolbar can be located at the top of this part. This is what we call the ribbon. This is what we call the ribbon. So when you click on this arrow, then we click on show below the ribbon. You see that the Quick Access Toolbar has moved from top to bottom. So these tools, they are not static. You can remove them as you can, add them. When you want to add this function for opening a document, you can also add draw table like this. So you can even show more commands to add more commands which are not listed here. So for instance, in case you want to copy, simply click on add, cut, add. So there are a lot of functions which you can access. For instance, print preview and print, add, then OK. So this is copy, this is cut, and this should be print, preview, and print. You can as well remove these functions by using more commands. You simply click on one of them, then OK, immediately it is removed. We can place it to its above position. Then file, home, insert, and so on until view. They are called tabs. These are called tabs. So when you click on home, insert, design, page layout, references, you can see that as I click on each tab, the ribbon is showing different tools. Now, each tab, as you might have seen, is made up by groups. So the first group in the home tab is called the clipboard. The second is font, paragraph, styles, then editing. For insert, the first is pages, tables, illustrations, and so on. So you can see these vertical lines showing where each group is being separated from the next group. So clipboard is ending here, font is ending here, paragraph is ending there, and so on and so forth. Then inside a group, for instance, this one, these icons we see displayed here, they represent commands or tools. For instance, when you point over one of them, for instance, I point over B, I will see that it is called bold. Immediately, MS Word will be showing you a summary of what this tool can be used for, and also a shortcut. As you can see, this one is used to make your text bold. The shortcut is Ctrl plus B. The next is called italic. The shortcut is Ctrl+I. You can see the summary. Then overview, it is called underline. Ctrl+U, and so on and so forth. Then this is called the ruler. This part enables you to control the page margin, and also maybe where the first sentence is starting from. So this is the text I am typing. Now, if you want this O, letter O, starting the first sentence, to start at a specific space from the margin, we simply scroll this up icon. As I scroll, as you can see, the letter O is, positioned at a specific space, leaving behind an empty space. So in case we wanted to control the left margin, this is what we actually call margin. This is space from the beginning of the page to where the text is starting. So we simply move this one. Immediately as we move it, the margin keeps increasing. Now, this one is used to control the right margin. So as I move it, the text is being also moved because the space that the text is occupying is now becoming bigger. So then on the right side, this one is used to scroll down and up. This one is called the scroll box, and this one is called the scroll arrow pointing up. This one is another scroll arrow pointing down. So at the top you can see my name displayed here. So for Microsoft programs to be able to use them, most of the time you have to provide the license. You have to provide the license, of course, in order to activate them. So that's why my name is being displayed here, because the email that I am using is somehow registered in Microsoft. So to do it, you go to File, then you click on Account. So you will see Sign Out because I am already signed in. You should see Sign In. You should see Sign In. So when you click on Sign In, they will request you to enter your Microsoft licensed email and its password. Then you should sign in. So this question mark is used to get the help. This icon is actually used to either display the ribbon or to hide it. When I click on it, you can see auto hide, show tabs, then show tabs and the commands. So we are in this third option right now. So when you choose show tabs, the commands are hidden, only tabs are shown. So when we go back and we click on show tabs and the command, so the commands are coming back. This one is used to minimize your document. This one is called to reduce the size, to restore it. You again click on it. Then this one will be used to close. So downwards, another part is called the zoom controller. It is located downwards here on the status bar. This bar where the zoom controller is located, it is called the status bar. So you can decrease the zoom by clicking on this negative sign. When you want to increase it, you go to plus, then you click. So as we increase, the zoom is increasing. You can even increase or decrease by dragging this bar. We drag this box to the right or to the left, whether we want to zoom in or out. Another part is called document views. So this is called read mode, print layout. This is the mode we are working in right now. This is called web layout. This one called the read mode. This is a view in which you can use to read the content of your document in a comfortable way. For instance, when I click on it, it will be showing them page by page and so on and so forth. Of course, as the contents are not too many, you can't see it. Let's say we keep pasting. We keep pasting this text. At least we have like 4 pages in total. So when we move up, we should go to page number 3, page number 2, and so on. This is called the print layout view. This is the one we are right now using. This is the document view, which we simply use when we are working with the documents. There is another one which is called web layout. So web layout view shows you your document, how it looks like, in case you want to use this document as a web page. This is how it will be looking like when it is converted into a web page. So we go back to print layout view. So this blue bar in the bottom is called status bar. This is where the zoom controller is located. The document view is located. The language which this program is using is English, which is United States English. The document is right now containing 798 words. So when you again select a specific set of words, you can even see how many are selected. There are 24 words of the total of 798. Then the status bar also shows you on which page you are located. So this is the first page, so meaning the document itself is containing a total of 4 pages. Then we are located on page number 1. So this is the summary of different parts of Microsoft Word. So I talked about almost all of them. Apart from the task pane and the navigation pane, well, the task pane is actually used to enable you edit some objects like images and so on. For instance, this image might require further editings, so you will be editing it using the task pane. The navigation part enables you to navigate through your documents. It will be also enabling you to navigate using pages or headings, or search for something which is located in your document. It can be a character, a sentence, a word, a paragraph, whatever kind of search you are making. As you have seen, Microsoft Office Word has got different parts, and each part is useful when you are using MS Word. The version of Microsoft Office Word I am using right now in this video is called Word 2013. Of course, Word 2013 has got other versions of Word which preceded it, such as Word 2010, Word 2007, Word 2003, and so on and so forth. So this Word 2013 has got new features which were not included in the previous versions. The new features 2013 include comments, open and edit PDF document, other features include online video. Feature number 4 is resume reading and the read mode. So these are some of the new features which were included in Microsoft Word 2013. So you might ask yourselves that comments were not there in the previous versions. They were there, but with Word 2013 you are now able to reply to comments. Reply to comments and mark them as done. So this will enable people to collaborate. Let's say you are doing your dissertation or your thesis, and while writing your thesis, of course, you have to collaborate your supervisors, who will be providing you with comments to which you will be replying to. And once you are done with replying or working on a given task, you have to mark these specific comments as done. So this function is new for Word 2013. So with the 2013 version of Word, we are now able to open a PDF document, a document which is in a format of PDF. We are now able to open it and edit it. With MS Word, when you want to watch something online, maybe a video talking about something you are working on, you don't have to switch the windows, minimizing this window, opening the browser, going maybe to YouTube and so on, and watch the video. You can just do it from within this window. Resume reading, this is another new feature which was added in Microsoft Word. This one enables you to know where you were located. For instance, the document has got 4 pages. If you were located on page number 1 and you close this document, Word will remind you, please, do you want to continue from where you were? So read mode, this one that we already talked about, this kind of mode or document view was not there for previous versions of Microsoft Office Word. Let's quickly see how these features work. First of all, we are going to save this document. As you see, it is called document 1. This is the default name which is given to a document which is not yet saved. So we go to File tab. When you go to File tab, you can see this view. So this view is called Backstage. Backstage. It is called Backstage. This Backstage view shows different functions like save, like share, like export, like options, and so on and so forth. So we go to Backstage, then we click on Save As. Of course, we choose computer, then browse. The location I'm going to save in is desktop, this one, in which I'm going to create a document, and I call it Word. I open this document. We call it Word 2013. Explained. So as you can see, while saving the document, after choosing the location in which is to be saved in, we have to specify the name of that document, which is sometimes called file. So you can say file or document. Then you have to specify the type of the document. As you can see, the type by default is Word document, but when we show more, you can see that this is another type, which is Word 20, Word 97 up to 2003. This is another one which is called PDF. In case you want to convert it in PDF, we click on PDF. So there are different types like rich text format, RTF, and so on. So we leave it as Word document, then save. So immediately the name which we gave Word 2013 explained is displayed in the title bar. So we start with the comments. Let's say we want to add like 2 comments. So to add the comments, we click on insert, then we go to comments, then we click on comments. Immediately you should see the name of the person who is giving the comments. Can you elaborate more? Here we give another comment. It contains save, printing, export, options, and so on. So we are going to use these 2 comments. Now, to reply to this comment, we simply right click on it, then you choose reply to comment. This function was not there in the previous versions. Now, once the comment has been replied to, the reply should not be on the same level. It is on the second level. Now, once this comment is done, we can mark it as done. Mark comment done using right click. So once the comment is marked as done, it should look like this. So, as you might know, comments might be added as they can also be removed, and so on and so forth. To remove comments, we go to review, then delete comment. You can delete one by one, or you delete all of them at a go. Now, after explaining this, we can also see how PDF documents can be opened and edited in Word 2013 version. So first of all, we are going to save this document as PDF. So we go to File, then Export. We click on Create PDF. Of course, the file type is immediately becoming PDF. Then Publish, like this. Yeah, the document has been converted in PDF. So we close the document. We again open. So we open a desktop. We locate the folder called Word. The document is this one. We are now going to see how to open and edit PDF document in Word 2013. So right click, open with, then we choose Word Desktop. Word Desktop. So the PDF document should open in Word. So we wait for it. Then the message, don't worry, we click on OK. So this is the document that we had saved previously. And as you can see, I can delete and add more things from within MS Word. And as you remember, it was a PDF document. So once saved, I save it again. Then they are asking me, do you want to replace it with the existing file, or maybe I call it edited like this. So we close this one, then we open our first document. We open it again. Now, after seeing how to open and edit PDF documents in Word, we can see how to use this feature, which was new in the Word 2013 online video. So to access it, we go to Insert, then from a Media Group, we click on Online Video. So you can choose either to watch it from an embedded video or whatever. So if it is from YouTube, we can type the search keyword here. Thing like technology. We should get a list of different videos talking about this keyword. Let's say this one. We play it.
Drones that act like a swarm of bees, and others that could hide from enemy radar. These are some of the latest remotely operated.
So as you have seen, the video is played from within MS Word, and this video was online from YouTube, to be specific. So to remove this online video, we simply press delete on the keyboard. So resume reading. So resume reading is used when you close the document and you open it again after a given period of time. You should see a message here telling you, do you want to continue from where you left previously? Then read mode, it is this one. So when you click on read mode, you should see the contents of your document displayed like this. We can even increase the zoom like this to have only a single page for each view. This is how it is. So all of these 5 features, they are not included in the previous versions to 2013. This is the first point we are talking about. The second one might be managing Windows, of course Microsoft Office Word. As you might have remarked, the programs of Microsoft, they appear as windows. This is the window of this document. So when we press Ctrl N, we should get another window, which is another document we are creating. This is another document. We can also press another, we call it third document, and so on. So to switch between these documents, we go in the taskbar downwards, we click on the document we want. For instance, this one or the third one. We can also switch between different windows by going to View tab, then we locate Switch Windows. As you see, document 2 is the one displayed. When you click on 3, it should open. So we can also close a document by using some shortcuts like Alt+4, Ctrl+W, or by clicking on X and so on. So X is this one. they ask us to save it, we don't save it, so we click on don't save. We can also use Alt F4. Immediately we don't save, so they are closed all. So the document views, as I have said also, there are many. The read mode, the print layout, the web layout, the outline, the draft, and so on. We click on draft. This is how draft mode looks like. We click on outline. So outline, draft, whatever, they are all the views of MS Word. For instance, a draft can enable you to work on your document as a drafter. To see how it will be looking like, you click on print layout, or if you want to show it to audience, you click on read mode, as we have seen, or as you can read it by yourselves. So the read mode is the best way to read a document, including some tools designed for reading instead of writing. So in read mode, you only read, you are not enabled to edit the document. So we go back to print layout. MS Word has got different features which enables MS Word has got different features which enable you to edit your document. So when you go to Home tab, we wanted to format this text which is selected. It is already bold. We can make it italic and underlined. So when you want to pass a line through it, you click on ABC, which is called strike through, like this. So in case you want to edit the way it looks like, you want to change the color to red, you click on font color. In case you want to make it uppercase, you click on upper. This is the case, the change case. You can make it sentence case, toggle case like this, or lowercase, or capitalize each word, etc. Let me repeat it. Capitalize each word, toggle case, sentence case, and the lowercase. You can even see a summary of how each case works. Sentence, the first letter is the one which is capital, upper. Every character is capital, lower. Every character is lower, and so on and so forth. You can even change the background color using this text highlighter. Let's say we make it green like this. So this is it. Now with the MS Word, you can also increase the size of the text by using this font size. So you can go there and you choose maybe the maximum one, not the maximum of course, because you can go beyond 72. So you can, for instance, put 110. So this is how 110 is. Now we want to put it to 17 size. As you see, from 16 we go to 18. There is no 17. So how do you do to make it 17? We go back to font size, we delete what is there, then we make it 17, then we press enter. Immediately the size should be 17. Now we can also change how the text is displayed. So this is what we call the font type face, or simply font. So instead of Calibri, we can make it Times New Roman, we can make it Arial, we can make it Impact. So this is Impact. Now if you want to apply a font which is maybe starting with the M, like the one called monotype cursiva. So if you want to make it monotype cursiva, for instance, and the monotype starts with the M, as you might have remarked, these fonts, they are ordered alphabetically starting from A. So reaching M might take you some time. So you go to fonts, box, then you write MONO, then monotype cursiva is coming in. You simply write the initial of monotype cursiva. I had not selected the text. So you first select the text, then you write MO, immediately monotype is coming in. This is how monotype cursiva looks like. In Word also, instead of adding the font size by passing to this drop down arrow, you can do it by simply pressing on this increase font, or when you want to make it smaller, by clicking on the decrease font size. So as I increase, it is becoming bigger. Then when I decrease, it is also becoming smaller, as you might be watching. Now, so this text has also to be aligned according to the left margin or the right margin. So when we go to paragraph group, the first alignment, these are called alignments. The first one in the left is called align left, which can be applied by also pressing Ctrl+L keyboard shortcut. The next is center. The third is align right, and the next is justify, which can also be done by simply pressing Ctrl+J. So when we apply right, you can see the text is now aligned according to the right margin. When I am writing, for instance, the text is starting from the right side. It is starting from the right side. Now, when we change to left and I write again, when I reach the new line, the text should start on the left side. Now, center, it centers the text, as you might see. Then justify, it uses these both left and the right margins. Again, while working with your documents, you might need to leave some space in between lines. You use this command called line and paragraph spacing. So when you click on it, the standard one is 1.5 for academic documents, but you can even go beyond by putting 2.5. Of course, 2.5 line space is somehow bigger, so better to make it 1.5 like this. Even the size should be 12 for academic documents, depending to the type of documents you are working with. It should be 12. The font type should be Times New Roman, like this. Then alignment should be justified. Of course, color should be black. Then in MS Word, you can also create what we call lists. So lists are done using these symbols, which are called bullets. You can choose a bullet, then you write item number 1, 2, 3 of the list, and so on. So when you want to stop by here, you go back and you click on none, like this. So the last bullet should go. So when you want to change the bullet, you go back. Before you go back, you click on one of the bullets, then you choose a different bullet. It should do change. Now, how to do a numbered list? So to do a numbered list, you go back to paragraph, then you click on this numbering command, you can choose any number you want, either using Arabic numbers or you replace them with Roman ones, or sorry, these are not Romans, these are the alphabets A, B, C. Romans ones are these ones, like this. Now, if you want to include some space, this is what we call increasing indent. When we increase indent, the text should be forced to the right side, like this, by leaving behind some space. So this space which is left behind is called indent. So in case you wanted to remove the indent, you of course click on this decrease indent, this one. So again, decrease indent to start from there. Sorting in what? You might ask yourself how I can sort a list of maybe names like John, Martin, Martin is like this, then Albert, Godwin, like this. How to order this list? We select the list, then we go to paragraph and we locate sort. This A to Z. When we click on it, they should ask us the order I want to use. Is it ascending or descending? Ascending starts from A up to Z. Descending starts with Z up to A. So we start with A to Z, then OK. So Albert will be the first on the list, and Martin should be the last on the list. So when we go back and we use descending order, then OK. So Martin should be the first on the list, and Albert the last on the list. There is also what we call styles. Styles, as you might have seen, the text, this one we have formatted it by manually clicking on bold on left, by clicking on red color, on green background, on 16 font size, on whatever we have formatted it. Now there is a way of creating a style. So a style is a formatting which is predefined and is used to apply a set of formattings to a text by using a single click. So these are some of the styles which are already predefined in Microsoft Office Word. So when you click on it, then you choose Intense. For instance, Intense is like this. This one, book title is like this. The list paragraph is like that. Quote is like this. Strong. There are too many styles which are already defined in this program of MS Word. So how do you create your own styles? How to create a style? So you go there, then you click on create a style. So we should call it maybe Albert. Then modify. We are going to modify it. Let's say we use Algerian. Algerian is going to be the font size. Algerian is going to be the font type. Then the font size is going to be 36, like this. The color is going to be blue, like this. the line spacing is going to be double. So line spacing is double. So alignment is going to be justified. This is justified. This one. Also, we apply bold and so we leave underline and italic. Again, when we go to format and we choose border, so we want our style to also circle the text using a border. Then okay, of course we can specify the color of the border. It should be red. We can also specify its width, so its width should be like this one. Then okay, now this one will be automatically updated. Then it will also be appearing in new documents which are created using this file. So when we go back to format, then we go back to font. This is all about font. Then you click on OK. Font is having justify alignment, Algerian font at 6 font size, double line spacing, blue font color, bold. Then it will be having this border. Then okay. This is how Martin is looking like. So as you remember, the font we created is called Albert. So if you wanted to apply the same formatting, there are more than one formatting to some other text. Let's say we apply it to this text, which I'm going to select. We click on Albert. Immediately the text should be having the same formatting. So this is it. The text which I selected is having the same formatting as Martin. This is what we call the style. And I'm sure you have seen how I created it. So with Microsoft Office Word, you can also find, replace, or do some other things. Let's say we wanted to see where this verb read or word is located and how many times. I also put it somewhere here. I again move up and I put it here. So to see or to be able to know where it is located, I go to find here, I choose find. Then I write read. So as I click, I write read, immediately the navigation bar shows that the result of these search keywords, there are 6. So read is located here, there, 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 and there. So it immediately shows you where and on which page the word read is located. So we close the navigation bar by clicking on X. Now you can also use this find by using this keyboard shortcut. There is something else which is called replace. This is another function which enables you to locate a specific thing in the document and you replace it with some other thing. So replace is Ctrl plus H, like this. or you simply go to Home tab, then you click on Replace. So replace here, read, we are going to replace it with write. So you can click on replace to replace it one by one. So if you want to do it all at a go, you click on replace all. Immediately, as you can see, we made 6 replacements because read was there 6 times. So when we close, we should see that where read was appearing, it has become right, like this. So we replace read with write, or we leave it like that. Here we only change the first write into read to make it meaningful, read mode. There is another feature which is called go to. So go to is another feature which enables you to go to a specific page. Go to, like this. So it is Control plus G. Control plus G. Go to enables you to immediately jump to a specific page number. Let's say we go to page, as you see, we are located on page number 1. We want to jump to page number 5. So go to, immediately we are located on page number 5. Microsoft Office Word has got a lot of features which assist you to do various things. When we go to Insert, we should see tables. When we go to Insert, we should see tables. So when you want to create a table, you simply click on a table. Of course, you have to move over different cells to be able to create your table. As you see, as I move over different cells, the 2 numbers keep changing. So I am sure you guessed which number is representing the columns and which one is representing the rows. So the first one is representing the columns and the second one is representing the rows. As you see, 4 times 2 is a table of 4 columns and 2 rows. Like this, and so on. So this is the title, which can also be formatted. Can make it bold, increase the size. You make it red, the background color, you replace it, and you make it. Of course, this background color is not a good one. We can do it as a go. So we use this shading. So we go to Design tab. Of course, when you create a table, there are 2 additional tabs here, Design and Layout. So to apply the background color here, we select first the cells, then we go to Design, Shading. Of course, when we reach Shadings, we choose this color immediately. It is applied all, like this, and so on. So when you want to combine these 2, so you select, then you go back to Layout tab, then you click on Merge Cells. Immediately, all the contents should appear in the same cell because I have merged them. So when you want to again get 2 cells from this one big cell, you right click or then you choose split cells like this, or you go back to Layout tab, then you go to Merge Groups, you click on Split Cells. As you remember, the 2 cells were on 2 columns and 1 row, so we don't change anything. Then okay, we should get back our 2 cells which were separate. So what if I wanted to add another another row to enter some other content. So we go back to layout tab, then rows and columns group. We click on insert above or below, depending to where we want to place the new row. Of course, the new row can go above this one or below this one. So we choose above, as we can also choose below. For the column, it is also the same. We choose left or right, like this. So you might ask yourselves how to delete a column or a row if I don't want it. So when you want to delete any row or any column, delete, you choose what to be deleted, columns or rows. So if you want to delete the entire table, you go back to delete, then you choose delete table. With still from insert tab, I can show you how to add a cover page. A cover page is the first page of your document, which shows, you know, different information like your names, the name of the document, the date you are submitting it, and so on. So we go to cover page, then we choose, you know, among the listed cover pages, one of the cover pages. Let's say we call it Microsoft Word 2013. Subtitle, we make it basic skills. The date, you can choose the date of today or any other previous date. The date on which we are creating the document is today. Company name, we can call it maybe University of Rwanda. Company address, you can even add it, and so on and so forth. This is what we call the cover page. Still from insert, you can see what we call blank page. So blank page is an empty page which you can add within the document, and it will enable you to add something. For instance, if you wanted to add a new page from page number 7, we go to blank page, we click on it, immediately the page number is increased, and also the blank page is there and you can use it. So we can also add pictures or some other objects. So we go to pictures. Let us add this one of books. So when we click or maybe double click this picture, then we choose we right click this picture, then we choose format picture. We should see the task pane displayed here. This is what we have called the task pane. So we can format this picture by maybe controlling the shadows, the reflections, and so on. If you wanted to fill it with some other things like grid lines and so on, you can do so. You can also apply some lines of different colors over the picture. You can increase the width of the line and so on. You can control various things like sharpness of the picture. You can increase it as you can also decrease it as you can see. The brightness, the clearness of the picture, when we increase it a lot, the picture is not now clear, it is now becoming dark. So brightness should be controlled like this. The contrast also, we can decrease it as we can increase it. As we are increasing the contrast, the picture is becoming much clearer like this. So this is how you format your picture using the task pen. So we close the task pen as we are done with closing the picture. Let us add another picture. There is something which I want to show you. There is an option called flip. We again add another picture. Let's say this one. As you can see, this lady is sitting facing the right side. So when you go to format, we choose crop. So crop is used to remove some part that we don't need from the picture. Let's say we want to remove this part from this picture. We just press the cursor here, then we drag it towards where we want it to stop. When we click, the picture is now resized like this because we have removed that part. Now, if we want to flip it, we go to rotate, then we choose flip horizontal like this. So now this lady is facing the left side. So the option is called the flip horizontal. Flip horizontal like this. Still from insert. Still from insert, as you can see, we can't know on which page number we are located if we don't use this status bar. We want the page number to appear here. So we go to insert, we choose page number. First of all, we choose which format to be used. We can use these numbers as we can use these ones, then okay. Now, to insert the page number, we go back to page number, then we specify where to put it, either at the top, bottom, or in the margins. So we choose bottom of the page. Then we have to specify, will the page number be located in the left? Will it be in the center? Will it be in the right side? Will it be like page number of total number of pages and so on? So let's say we use this one. So this is it. Each page is now numbered with a specific number. So the first one is the cover page. The page number 1 is the one following the cover page. Then number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and so on. What if we want to remove the cover page? Then we remove the current cover page. Immediately this page is becoming the cover page. And as you remember, the cover page should not be numbered. The cover page should not be numbered. So what if we wanted to remove this page number on the first page? So we go to page layout, then we go to breaks, we choose next page like this. After this, we go to we click on the first page, we go to this setting of page setup, then layout, then different first page, then okay. Immediately the page number is gone on the first page. So the second page should be numbered number 2. Of course, this one is not number 2, it should be numbered page number 1. how to do it. We go back to insert page number, then format page number. We click on this one pointing up, then OK. Immediately you should see that the page number 2 is numbered number 1. The page number 1, which is the cover page, does not contain any number. Now, what if you want to number pages starting from this page number 7 with Arabic numbers? So the Roman numbers should end here. So we click here on this last page of Romans. We go back to page layout, breaks, then the next page, like this. So from the next page, we go back to insert page number, then format page number. We choose the number format from Romans to Arabics, then OK. This is page number 1 in Arabics, page number 2, page number 3. So when we move up, other pages should remain in Romans. So this is how we do it. We have seen how to insert comments, how to reply to them, and also how to mark them as done. So the header and the footer, these are the informations which keep repeating either at the top or the bottom of the page. Header keeps repeating at the top, footer keeps repeating in the bottom of the page. Now, when we press Ctrl End, this shortcut, Ctrl plus End, it takes us at the end of the document. So Ctrl plus Home takes us at the beginning. This is it. So Ctrl Home at the beginning, Ctrl End at the end of the document. Now, you might have an audio which you want to incorporate inside your document, and the person who will be receiving your document will also have the opportunity of double-clicking on it and maybe opening it. It can be a video, it can be an audio, any kind of object you want to embed within this document. So you go to Insert, you go to Object, then Object, you click on Create from File, then Browse. We start with an audio. Let's say I go to Music's folder. I choose Imara. For instance, Young Humi. This is the music called Young Humi by Orchestra Impala. Then OK. So I save. What is saving? Good. So once the document is opened by someone who is receiving this document, of course, he or she will be having to double click over this file. Then open. The music should start playing. So this is how to embed an audio. Now, how to embed a video? Of course, when you embed a video, you have to make sure that the video is not having a big size, because the document will be somehow heavy, and if you were to send it via email, it might not be possible for you to immediately send it via email. You will have to, maybe to upload it to OneDrive, or Google Drive, or Dropbox, and share the link. So we go back to insert, then object. We go back to object from file. We go back to, let's say if I go to videos, we go to videos, then let's say we double click this one, then okay. Of course, this is the baby cartoon. It is the one which I judged to be very small. So double click again, then open. It is quite possible for both videos and audios. So let's check the size of this document. We go back to the folder which is containing it. As you can see, it is now 6 megabytes, 6.42 megabytes. We can even right click on it, then we choose properties. So this is 6.42 megabytes. So meaning 6.42 megabytes include the size of the music and the size of this embedded video. So with the MS Word, you can also work with special symbols. There are some symbols which you can't find on your keyboards. Let's say these French symbols, like these ones. To be able to use them, you have to go to insert, then symbol. You click on the symbol. Of course, you might need a symbol which is not listed here. You will have to go to more symbols. Then you will have to look for it among the listed symbols. With the MS Words also, you can insert equations. These are some of the known, equations. This one is called the Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. You immediately imagine how the triangle is looking like. There are different types of functions that you can work with while using MS Word. If you want to deal with something related to integrals, you go to integrals. Then you choose if it is single, double, or triple integrals, and so on. We go back to insert. We go back to equation. If you wanted to write your equation, and maybe it is not the one which is listed here, you want to write it from scratch, you go to insert a new equation. Then you should see different functions to be used. If it is the matrix, for instance, you can write the matrix like this one. You enter the values, 3, maybe 1, 4, 2, and so on. you can keep on, adding the numbers like this, and so on and so forth. Designing matrix. You can even choose. Sorry. You might need to write another matrix which has got these symbols, these ones, 1, 1, 1, 1. So this is it. There are different ways you can, work with these equations, depending to which mathematical or physical equation you want to write. So for designing, you can see what we call the watermarks. So the watermarks are the text which appear in the background of the page. For instance, if you want to custom your watermark, you click on custom. You put your own text. It can be no water or picture or text watermark. So the text, as you can see, it is ASAP, as soon as possible. So let's say hello world, hello MS Word. It uses Calibri, and the watermark, it can be diagonal or horizontal. Diagonal means it will be displayed like this, from this angle to that opposite angle. Horizontal, of course, it will move from left to right. So we make it diagonal, then apply, then close. So hello world, hello MS Word is displayed. Of course, we can go back, then customize. As you can see, it is not well displayed, or you can't really see what it is clearly. So we go back to watermark, then we uncheck semi-transparent, then apply, then OK, close. So this is what we call hello MS Word watermark. On each page we should get hello and so on. Semi-transparent, then color, also we can change the color to black, then apply, then OK. So when you change the color to black, you can see it is now much clearer for you to see. Each page is having hello MS Word, so it is diagonal watermark. So page border means you will be having these lines which will be bordering the page on both left, right, and the top and the bottom sides of the page. Page color, of course, it will apply a given color to all your page. No need to apply the page color. After adding the watermark, we can even remove it. You have seen how to add it. We press Ctrl N to go to the end of the document. So we can go to page layout. So for page layout, I'm going to show you how to edit the margins of the document. As you can see, we are using the normal margins. You can see the size for the top, left, bottom, and the right sides. So the size is given in terms of centimeters. For some computers or for some people, they prefer using inches instead of centimeters. So what you have to know is that 2.54 centimeters, they are equal to 1 inch. So you can use also wide. For wide, as you see, the space which is being occupied by the content is now becoming smaller because the margins have been increased. So narrow is another kind of margin. As you see, the text now is approaching the edges. As you see, the text or the content, they are approaching the edges. Why? Because the margin we are using right now is very, very small. So too narrow. So we click on go back to margins, then normal. So this is the normal which we've been using from the beginning. So orientation is also another feature which you need to know. So portrait is like this one. It is vertical document or page. Then landscape, it is somehow becoming horizontal like this one. So portrait is good when the contents which are to be displayed are not big in size or in width. So landscape is used when you have a table with a lot of columns displaying a lot of information on an increased width. Control N again. We can see how to use columns in MS Word. So we can write some text like this on 2 lines. Then we go to breaks. We click on continuous. Then we go to columns, we choose 3. We write. As you can see, the text is not reaching the end of the page. It is instead reaching the end of the first column and going to the next line. So to go to the second column and write, we go back to breaks, then we choose column, we write the text. We go back to breaks column, we write the text. So what if we wanted to go back to this next line and we write the text should reach the end of the page, not the end of the column? So we go back to breaks, then we click on continuous, we go back to columns, we click on 1. So when we write, the text should go and reach the end of the page. So this is it. So if you want, as you might have seen in the journals or in the poems or any other text, you go back to insert, then you drop cap. You can choose dropped or in margins like this. So the first character should be very, very big compared to the rest of the characters. So this is how we use columns in MS Word. For references, tab, I can show you how you can make references. If you are a student, if you are a researcher, if you are any other person who would like to provide the references that you used, this is the time to show you how to make automatic references. So with the references, I'm not going to use Mendeley. So Mendeley, you have to install it first. Mendeley desktop. So this is the software which you are to install first. Of course, within this video, I will not show you how to make references using Mendeley. I will instead show you how to make references using Microsoft Office Word. Let's say you go to citations and bibliography, then you click on manage sources. You click on new, then type of source. It can be a book section, journal article. It can be a website. It can be a film, an interview, different sources. Let us leave it as a book. Then the author, let's call him Peter Norton. Title, let's call it Computing Fundamentals, year 2001. City, I am not sure, or I don't remember if it is New York, but publisher, we can also, like this. We can even show all bibliography fields like this. We can still go down. If there is an address on which, or of course it is the link, an electronic address from which the book can be found, you have to put it here, and so on and so forth. If it is the reference on page number maybe 23 up to page number 44, you can also include it. Then the year you accessed the book, you can also put it, and so on. So we have to click on OK. As you see, the book is now listed. So we can create another one very quickly. Let's say we call Goodyear Thiongo. Goodyear Thiongo, like this. Title, the river between. Year, city. Of course, the references I am using here, they are just for exercises. So you might find the year not correct, the city not correct, and even the publisher. Then OK. So we have two sources, then you click on close. Now, if you want to cite what is said by one of those authors in your document, you will have to go to Enter Citations, then you click on Norton Peter. Immediately, Norton and the 2001 is listed. If you wanted to cite Goodyear Thiongo, you go to Insert, then you write like that. Citations are added automatically. Now, how to add the references? So references, to add them, you go to bibliography. As you might understand, the bibliography means the list of books, or the description of books. Of course, the term which is may be good to be used is references, because as you have seen, the types of references or sources of references might be books, might be journal articles, website, films, interviews, and so on. So better to use references, which includes all types of sources. So we click on references. Immediately the reference is listed. So how to edit maybe the information which is used? So you click on Norton, then edit. Of course, if the city is not New York and maybe it is Washington, you write it like that, then you accept, then close. How to update? So you click there, then you click on update citations and the bibliography. So the city is now becoming Washington. instead of New York. Still for references, I can also show you how to create what we call the table of contents. The table of contents. So from this page, we go back to insert, then we add the blank page. Very quickly, we write maybe computer hardware. Then we write keyboards. Then alpha numeric part. Navigation keys, mouse, single click, processor, computer software, Windows 10, VLC player. So we can stop by here. These are the titles which are to be detailed below. For instance, you can write computer hardware, then below computer hardware, you explain what computer hardware is and so on. You provide examples. Then down there, you are going to explain some of the examples, which include keyboard. Then the keyboard, you will be explaining some of its parts. Then you go to mouse and so on. So computer hardware can be called chapter number 1. So you can go to home. Then within styles, you remember what we call styles. So you click on heading 1. We are making it chapter number 1. Keyboard, we make it heading 2. Alphanumeric and navigation keys, we make them heading 3. So mouse is going to be on the same level as keyboard. So that is heading 2. Single click is going to be on the same level as alphanumeric and navigation keys. That is heading 3. Processor is going to be on the same level as mouse and keyboard. That is heading 2. Computer hardware is going to be on the same level as computer hardware. That is heading 1. Windows 10 and the VLC player, they are going to be heading 2. So these are the main titles which will be detailed on different pages. I have preferred only to show you how to highlight the title and so on. So we have to make sure that each title is having the content explaining it in the details. Now, how to create the table of contents? So to create the table of contents, we can add another blank page above here. So we create it from this new blank page. So we go back to references, we go to table of contents, then we click on either automatic table 1 or automatic table 2. So it should be created. This is our table of contents, which is created, showing the summary of the main titles, which are listed under heading 1, heading 2, or heading 3. As you see, computer hardware is on the same level as computer software and references. Keyboard, mouse, and processor, Windows 10 and VLC, they are also on heading 2, level 2. So alphanumeric and so on, they are on heading 3 or level 3. So you might ask yourselves how to update this table of contents. Not complicated. Let's say from processor, we press Enter key, we hold it down to push the next content downwards. So we have to go up again, then we right click, then we choose update field, we choose update page numbers only, then okay, like this. So as you can see, the page numbers have been updated. Now, what if we wanted to update these titles? We don't update them from the table of contents, no. we go back to where they are located, control click. So processor, here we put CPU slash central processing unit, central with the R here. So as you can see, one of the titles is being modified. So processor is now called CPU, or central processing unit. When we move back upwards, we right click again the table of contents, update field. This time we don't choose update page numbers only, no, we choose update entire table, then we click on OK. Immediately processor should be updated like this. So this is it. So the last thing that I'm going to show you is what we call mail match. You might think of a way of, writing some invitation which is addressed to a number of people, like 20 people and so on. And you feel like you want to print it and maybe distribute it to these different people. So mail merge is a way which can enable you to do it very quickly. So first of all, we create an Excel document which is going to hold the list of people to be invited. We create a new Excel document. Here we put names, address, then maybe district, sector, cell. The names here are Bervin Ngoga, Belanov Ngabo. Let us remain with the, only 4 people. District is Kicukiro, sector Masaka, cell is Gitaraga. Kicukiro, Nyarugunga, Twimbogo, like this. So this is the list of the people we are to invite, maybe in a party or in any other event. So we save it in the same location on the desktop, if you remember, where we have saved our document previously. So we save it as the list, then save. So this is the list which contains the names of people who are to be invited. Now, we create a new document, we save it, Ctrl S, in the same location. We call it mail merge. So we are working from this new document. Now, from the new document, we write greetings, dear we are delighted to invite you in the event which is planned to take place on, let's say, 10th December 2021 at 8 p.m. at home, like this. Dear and so on, residing in dash dash district, comma, dash dash sector, comma, maybe and dash dash cell. So this is where the names are going to be put: the district, the sector, and the cell. Albert Gironsanga, so best Albert Gironsanga. This is the message which is going to be printed and maybe be sent to different people. Now, so we go to mailings tab, then we choose select recipients. You can type a new list or use an existing list or choose from an Outlook contacts. So we have to use an existing list. Now we are going to look for where we have saved the Excel document. So it is called the list, then open. Then the names are written on sheet number 1, then OK. Now we are going to insert the merge field. So you remember we have 4 columns. The one of names, district, sector, and the cell. So we go to insert, then we choose the names. This is where the names are going to be displayed. Then insert merge field again, district. We go to sector, we add another merge field which is a sector. We go to cell, insert merge fields, we go to cell, like that. So this is where the names, the district, the sector, and the cell will be displayed for each and every person who is going to be invited. So at this level, we are almost at the end. So we go to finish and merge. As you can see, we have like 2 options: edit individual documents or print documents. So if you are sure that you want to print immediately, and maybe you have the printer connected to your computer, you use the second option. But as we don't want to print right now, we click on edit individual documents. Then they are asking us, do you want to merge records, all of them? Yes, then OK. Immediately you will see that the document is now having 4 pages, meaning that 4 people are included on each and every page. So the first page is occupied by a person called Berivengoga, who resides in Kicukiro, Masaka, then Gitaraga. The second is called Lana Isheja, Kicukiro, Nyarugunga, Rwimbogo. Next is Belanov Ngabo, who resides here. The next is Iola Ishema, and so on. So this is how you use the mail merge. Thank you. Bye.